Do, do, do. Hello, hello. I'll be up in a moment. Just got to finish setting up chat. Do, 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 do. Doom, doom. There we go. And we are live. Hello. Welcome back to the stream. It's still me. I shaved, but it's me. Yeah. Camera's a little. Right. Well, it's mostly fine. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of alright. Anyway, hello. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. Last time we left off, we were working on the inventory. And I worked on it a little bit while we were offline. And it's not looking good, to be honest. I set up a debug button and to see if stuff are in our inventory. Like, there you go. We have 0, none. When we touch that, we get 1, none, which is not correct. Which is very, that's a problem. And I'm not entirely sure why that is. Because we should be getting $1, which is this. But from what I'm seeing, from the couple bit of testing I did, we're getting no route name, even though we should be getting the name, because obviously the name exists. It's right there. That's the road name. So I'm not sure why. But then when you press on the item data itself, there's this. And I don't know what this is. Default value, it should be none, because it's instance editable. This gets the player's inventory. Checks if it's valid. If it is, then adds to inventory. For some reason, it's not doing that at all, which is a yikes. And I'll be real, I just don't know why. So there we go. We've interacted with it. We should be picking it up now. The moment you begin overlapping, it starts to interact, which is this. And on interact, gets our inventory, adds to our inventory this. This is the target whose inventory we are adding something to. I'm pretty sure, right? Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's the same one. It's add to inventory. So you add to inventory. But why is the item data blank is the question. Should we... I don't know. Just not really. So from the item data, we need the item ID, because the item ID is what has this information. The question is, why is this not... Like, here's the thing. Let's say, theoretically, upon getting the item ID, item ID row name. Do I have to set it there as well? Because if so, that would be really annoying. Well, it didn't do any. It didn't give us anything, so. I mean, I kind of would have preferred it at least work. I mean, we'll test it, I guess. It seems like it won't work, but there we go. We have $1. That's annoying, actually. I mean, it's cool that that works, I guess, but it's like unfortunate that that's how it's gonna have to be. The thing that I don't get is because for this, it shouldn't. Oh my goodness. Like I'm setting it here inside of the item data itself. So it should be that. There you go. I have one test item in my inventory. It's taking up slot 0, which is the test item slot. Like, it's cool that it works, I guess, but... well, at least I knocked the guy off. So, before we move on to anything else, let's try to figure out a way to make this... Oh, wait. Would I have top-down player open? I don't know. A little easier. But how? That's kind of the question. How do we make it easier? Well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we kind of need to promote this to a variable anyway. Kind of, I think. No, not really. Well, kind of, yes, because, well, we shouldn't have to, actually. Okay. Let me make a child of this real quick. Because depending on how the child works, that will decide what I need to do. BP. This whole setup blocks my view of my, I left my water bottle in the freezer. I'm sorry. I know that I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I just realized, man, I'm a little thirsty. I'm like, I wish I had water. And then I'm like, wait, my water. Okay. Sorry about that. What was I saying? What was I doing? All right. Child. Let's make this easier. BPP dollar. No, I should just write out the whole thing. So here's the BP pickup dollar. The sprite for it will be something else to make it, because we don't have a dollar right now, but it'll represent a dollar. I'll find something. Just give me a moment. A door. This door will represent $1. Kind of looks like a dollar if you squint, I think. Quantity from picking up $1. 1. Let's make this smaller. There you go. It worked. Oh my goodness. Wait, it just worked. Let's try that again. Will it work? Are we good? Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, we can't pick this up because we don't have any space in our inventory for it. Okay, that's fine. Because right now, in our inventory, we only have an inventory space of 1. To change that, we have to go into here, I'm pretty sure. And our inventory. Not item data. Yeah, not item data. I think the reason the make a message that lets the person know when the inventory is full. Well, here's the thing. There aren't going to be any more items than the items that you can pick up, because in game there will be your pickup items, which are like coins or dollars in this case, and all of them will just add dollars, and that's just one like inventory space. The only reason we need multiple right now is for the test item, because the test item and the dollar are 2 separate pickup items. Power-ups are going to work on a different system, where because they're temporary inherently, because of the way that we're going to design them, there doesn't need to be an inventory system for them. We just need an effect that gets triggered by them. At least that's what I'm thinking. We'll see how that works out, though. What was I doing? Anyway, I don't know if you just arrived. Well, the inventory is purely for like dollars. It's purely for like collecting the in-game currency. I did just arrive. Yeah. Well, we were having an issue with the pickup thing for here, but it seems to only be an issue for the test item. Everything else works perfectly fine, which is cool. What was I doing? Right, inventory. Our inventory size is currently 1. We can set that to 2. There we go. Now, there we go. There we go. We got 2 inventory slots. Why not just make an int that gets updated when you pick up the money? Why not just do that? One, because I didn't think of that. But two, because we can use this if we do decide to add more things that for the inventory system. We can have like different types of items. Because this is a pretty robust inventory system, and we can use it for all kinds of different things. I currently have the debug on print. We can probably set that for something else. You know what? Just to make it a little more like $1. Yeah. Even though it's really not $1. But now we have $1. Yay. And now to add to the thing, we will add a widget, which will tell us how many dollars we have, so we don't have to use our debug. Wallet. Just add that here. I probably could have just copied the other. No, I'm not gonna bother. We want one horizontal, I think. I always forget which what order does what. Fill, and then another. Fill. Nope. We wanted something else. We wanted the other way around. Vertical box. Horizontal. Nope. I was just wrong again. Ah, I see what I did wrong. I understand my mistake now. First, let's just look box so we can get both of them. Want a vertical, and inside we want a horizontal and another horizontal. No, that's literally what I just did. What am I talking about? A horizontal and a vertical and a vertical. My goodness. I completely just failed to do to say that, any of that. And inside this one, we'll put a text, which is going to be here it is. This will be we'll just make it the dollar symbol, put it on this side. And then on this one, we'll add it this. I gotta resize this a little bit. No, what am I doing? I'm trying to. Okay, no, don't do that. I guess. Or I can do this. This auto. And then have this one be fill. And then we can bind this. Create binding. No, actually, we don't want to bind it like that. We remove binding. We want to create a variable and then bind it to that. The variable will be wallet. Current dollars. This is an integer value. event tick set now. Before I forget and make my life hell, let's bind this to current dollars. So current dollars is equal. Do I need to? We'll cast the BP player, base player. We'll make this a pure cast. No, I'm not doing that. I'm getting from the inventory. What I'm actually doing is I'm getting from our player inventory. Give me a moment. I gotta get to. How do I get the player? I need to. Cause this isn't gonna work. This cast will always fail. No, casting. I don't really think casting will work here. Or will it? Because we just need to cast to base player. If we can get our cast, we need to it depends on what we are casting to base player, which is an issue because do we actually need that? Oh yeah, what am I thinking about? Get player pawn. Because that'll always succeed because the player pawn, well, it'll always succeed while we are using the base player, which this should only get called while we are in the base player, so that's will always succeed. And if it does succeed, I mean, we can just do player ref. Set that to BP base player. And yeah, we'll set this to this. And then we'll get this. Or, kind of. Get inventory system. Okay, I kind of have to do something real quick. I just realized. In the inventory system, in the content, I have to give it a slot automatically. Item ID. Let me get to the data table. Because if I don't set it automatically that we already have $1 in there, then like 0. Even if I set it to $0, which is what we gotta want. So there you go. Quantity 0. That should work, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there you go. I have $0. Now I have $1. Then widget from it'll get the player's inventory. Then from that, get the content, and then jeez, okay. We have to, okay, after we get the content of the inventory, I'm figuring this out as I'm talking. We need to, because we didn't need to do a for each loop, and we need to break the hit result. Then we need to make sure it's equal to $. If it is, then give us the quantity. Okay. That's a whole line of code just to figure out if we have. I'm not even sure if this will work. Like, what's new, really? Yeah. And if we don't get anything from the inventory, set current dollars to negative false. To -1, I mean. So that's how we know it fails. Wait, whoops. I have to... Let me look through it real quick, just to make sure. So on tick, which this means every frame, it does a true or false of checking the player reference, and the player reference is made upon event construct, which means the moment that this gets constructed, it gets the inventory. It checks the content of that inventory. I'm so dumb. I didn't even put it in here. It's supposed to have a pin. So put that down there. Now it'll do its thing. Because before it wasn't doing anything. It was just there. For each item in the thing, which is only 2 right now, so it's just going back and forth between 2 items. I'm just looking at my video, my fingers on the video. It'll go back and forth between. All right. I don't think this is the best way to do it. Because in here, dollar is always 0. That's our 0 index. Could I just get no. Now, last index just gives me the size of it. Can I just get what a specific index? Oh. I looked at YouTube for a moment. I'm like, wait, is my stream not doing anything? But it's good. It's good. Okay. Then I will go back to what I was doing. So I want to get a specific index of the array, which I'm pretty sure I should be able to do. Oh. Okay, yeah, that should work. So I got the array, and I just gotta get 0. And then I break that. And if I guess this is just a whole validate then. Because this is essentially just make sure that this is valid and there's no error happening. Because it will always be dollar. Maybe I should make it on value changed instead of like tick. But then I have to go through a whole thing to make sure that I can see when the value changes from this widget all the way. It sounds like a lot of work. A lot of really unnecessary work too. If the 0 slot is dollar, which it should be always, set current dollars to the quantity of dollars that I have. If not, set the current quantity of dollars to 0. Now let's go to the base player. Yeah, but I don't. That's work that I just don't have to do. I can just do it this way instead of doing it that way. Oh, right. I can do it like what I did over here. Connected to the map itself instead of the player. I'm already in the test map. Open level blueprint. I can just do the same. Wallet. Can I connect things to the same viewport? Because that would be really convenient. Yeah, I can. That should... there it is. That's a problem. It is currently showing -1, which means that it... And if it's showing -1, then that means this is coming out false every tick. Why is that? It's 0 right now, and now it's -1. Huh? Wait, what? Okay, so slot 0 is 0. I get it. I understand. Whoops, I made an error. Quantity. Wait. No, that shouldn't be affecting it. Because this should be getting... what item in the array it is. And that's not changing, because it's staying at 0. When I pick up $1, it still is 0, even though I have $1. It's the 0 slot. It's like the first slot in the array. What am I doing wrong here? I'm getting a copy, which is what I need to do, I'm pretty sure. I'm seeing some stuff about... Oh, gosh. From what I'm seeing, we probably have to use a for each loop. Which is unfortunate because it's updating in like real time. And apparently get copy just doesn't work in real time. Which is unfortunate. then we'll get the context, and then for each item in the array, which is only 2 because there's only 2 array slots, it'll go back and forth, and yeah. Wait. Oh yeah, and if the item is dollars, it will get the quantity and update it. And if it's not dollars, oh jeez. Wait, no, I think this isn't gonna solve this situation either. It's worse actually. We have dollar. We pick that up. Now we have nothing. Yikes. Why? Huh? That shouldn't be happening at all. This should not be affecting how many dollars we have. Let's go back to this in a moment. Now we have $0. Why is that? This should be giving us $1, and it's set to $1. Jeez, what's wrong? So before, when I was picking up $1, I was getting $1. Now I'm getting nothing. It's like I start with $0. I pick this up. Now I have nothing instead of $1, which, by the way, shouldn't be happening at all, because it checks if you have a slot of the same thing, and if you do, then it adds it to it, which means that it is getting that this is $1, and then it's adding to it, and then it's placing none instead of $1. Which is really annoying. And I don't understand why. If that's not working, then I probably need to set it so that... yeah, okay. It's annoying to do it this way, but I guess I will have to. I'll make a variable called item row. This will be a name variable, and it will be editable. And we'll get the name row, and we'll do this instead. And then in the child, jeez, do I have to delete it and to refresh it? Let me find real quick. How do I refresh child blueprint after I edit a parent? Well, that doesn't... The variable isn't updating. I don't understand. I should just be able to call it, right? Because I did update it in the parent. Yeah. On event begin play, set item row to default value of $1. Annoying to have to do it that way, but let me try closing it and reopening it. No, that didn't fix it at all. Why, oh why are you doing this to me, system? The thing is, it worked. It was working, and now it just doesn't. And I do not understand why. What? Nothing. Literally nothing. I didn't add any or change anything. It just stopped working. Okay. And this happened before as well, while working on the inventory system. It's like the system just realizes, hey, wait a second, what you're supposed to be doing shouldn't work, and then it stops working. Yeah, and it was working when I did that. When I didn't start with money, it didn't work, and when you start with money, then it works. Do you still start with money? Yeah, you still start with money. There you go. Money. You start with $0, which still counts as starting with money. It does consider 0 an item. Look, there it is. It works right there on the screen. $0. Murphy. Yeah. Welcome, also, Quarter Neon. Set item row to I mean, sure, it might be. I'm trying various things, but yeah, why not? There you go. We start with 1. Oh, well, I deleted the $1 because I was updating the parent and the child was not updating. So $1. Here, this is our paper sprite will be the door again. I completely forgot that I had to rename this stuff because it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How are you, man? I'm doing pretty good. I've been trying to take it easy because I got a bit stressed from working on the videos and doing all that kind of stuff, but I'm doing fine now. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Let's put that on 0. There you go. Huh? Oh. Right. I gotta set the item data. Right now it's on test item. Now we need it to be $1. So this should give us $1. It did not. It said it. It gave us nothing actually, which is weird, because we're at $1. So we picked this up, and now we're at 1 nothing. So before that's weird, because before it was going from $0 to nothing 1, so it was still going up at least. which means that the quantity, did you lose your what? I guess so. I guess so. I'm not sure. Because, like, if we set it to 0, we go in and we have $0. Now we pick it up, we have 1 nothing. So we get none 1 no matter what we do. Jeez. But why is that? In here, under class settings, why can I not? Oh, jeez. I'll have to delete it again. Yeah, delete. Jeez. By default, this should be test. I can't. There you go. By default, item row should be test item. This might be one of the... Actually, let me try something. Oh, I left the thing open. Now let's see. Let's just experience this. Open up Mighty Grandpa again. Hey, bro. Oh, what's up, Lorem? Welcome back to the stream. I'm currently trying to figure out an issue with the inventory and why it isn't working. Yes, please open those again. You know what? Maybe I should just open them manually because now, there we go. Oof. Okay. Let us make a child of this. And once again, call it $. Dang, that's rough, man. Scroll back up, find the door again. I gotta just keep constantly scrolling to find it because I can't just search it because it's not a... It doesn't got a name. You beat all of FNAF 1? That's cool. I should be able to get item row because it's a child of the... Yeah. Well, I guess we want to set item row. And we'll promote that to a variable. I wish it just didn't appear inside the other thing. Yeah, that's the terminology for like all the pickup code stuff is in here for picking up an item, and this is a child of it, so it copies, it essentially just takes all that code and uses it for itself. And this should be $. And that should fix it, and if it doesn't, I don't know why. Put that there, put it at 0, maybe move it over here a little bit. And see, if that was the case, though, Yassine, it wouldn't be. You know what? Let's try something. Let's put this over here. Huh. What? That's so weird. I picked up the test item first, and then I picked up the dollar, and now I have $1. But okay, I have $0. Okay, there we go. And now I have one test item and nothing. And now I have $2. Huh? Okay. If you're looking at the top left, it's a little hard to see. No, it's actually kind of difficult to see. You can kind of see it now a little bit. Slot 0 starts at $1. And slot 1 starts at none, right? If I pick up the test item, slot 0 becomes test item, and slot 1 becomes none. It stays as none. Then I pick up $1. Slot 1 becomes $, and slot 2. Slot 0 stays at test item, and slot 1 becomes $. And then I pick up another $, and now slot 1 is equal to 2. No, this is an array, Yassine, which starts at 0. Why is there $1? Because that's gonna be our like coin, our like money. There you go. Now we have 2 test items. Okay, there we go. We have 1 test item in our inventory. Now we have none. Picking up a test item erased it from our inventory. What the heck is going on? I genuinely do not I don't even understand what's going on with this. Is it because I don't know, man. What if we do this? All right, we have 1 test item and $1. What's my favorite platformer? It's a hard question. Wait a second. I picked up a test item and now I have $2. But like in the 0 slot, which doesn't count. And now I picked up $2 and my dollar count did not go up at all. What? I'm so sorry, Quad. I got completely baffled. To answer your question, my favorite platformer game, I'm not sure. I'd have to think about it. Yeah, literally. Um... Ah. Okay. Wait. I understand. Wait, no, I don't understand. Ah, it's because I made this instance editable. So... close that down so that it's not instance editable. There you go. Now I have... except that didn't do anything. That doesn't change any... will do anything, but if you have your thing at 0 is crazy, you should change that. What? I'm not sure what you're saying. I'm pretty sure I can't in Unreal. It automatically starts at 0. Alright. The thing that I really don't understand is why the heck is my dollar amount not changing at all after a certain point? There you go, look. That should have given me more of anything, but it just didn't. That's probably an issue with the inventory itself. I mean, that kind of is what you are, Lorem. Quantity is 1. So every time you pick up one of these, you should be getting 1. Quantity. Quantity is what makes the number go up. Because quantity in the inventory, I mean in the pickup, okay, this is what happens. You know what? Yeah, let's just that's probably what we want to do. Let's go through every step of how this actually works and decide and figure out what the issue is. Because on the moment you overlap with the pickup, it's specifically just you, Lorem. The moment you overlap with the spear component, which is what lets you pick up the item, it casts a player. So it makes sure that the player is the one touching the thing. Once your player's touching, it starts interact. Event interact, there it is, it's called. It gets the inventory of the player, makes sure that it's valid. Okay, so now we have the player. It gets the item data, this thing right here. Gets the quantity of that item, which is, we set it in right here. Right now it's set to 1. And then it gets the item row, which previously I was also getting from the item data, but that just wasn't working. And it still kind of isn't working, except sometimes, but I don't understand it. Then we add to inventory. Now let's go to add to inventory. Add to inventory is in our inventory component. It gets local quantity remaining, which is equal to quantity, the quantity that we sent in over here. So this is this. So it sets our local quantity to quantity. Is this kind of a pure function issue? It might be. Maybe. I don't know. So if our local quantity is greater than 0, it goes to this loop. And the loop is adding one thing to the inventory every loop. It's like that pretty much. Oh, wait. That kind of worked. No, I thought it worked. I guess I was just blind. Yeah, it didn't go up at all. Annoying. The thing is, I don't understand why these are giving me dollars now, because the test item should be giving test item. Like what's even happening here? Yeah, it's giving test item 1. Quantity remaining 0. Perfect, because it gave you 1. Yeah, and then it's true, and it destroys actor because it's successfully added to inventory. Why did it not do that? Oh. Is there lag in the stream? So we add to inventory. We check our local quantity. Our local quantity is how many of the item we're sending in. When you pick up $1, it sends 1. So the local quantity goes up by 1. Would actually make... I'm going through that right now. You know, you go through all this. There you go. Now it calls add to inventory. It adds the item that we're sending in to the inventory. And the amount of that item, which we set here. So, there you go. Then add to inventory is called, which is a function in the inventory system, which is here. It sends in the item ID and the quantity. The quantity becomes the local quantity remaining. This essentially decides how many times the loop we loop through all this stuff. Add inventory to pure. I should make add inventory to pure. I mean, that's an option, but I don't really see what that would solve. Yeah, I didn't really solve anything. I mean, it was worth trying, to be fair, but yeah. So I didn't watch the FNAF movie. No, sorry. It's because I'm busy, Lauren. I'm trying to figure this out. If local quantity is remained and local is failed, it's not triggered. Then it goes on this while loop, and then through the loop, it finds the slot. It finds a slot that has the name of the item ID. If it finds a slot, find a slot is its own function. We can go through that as well, just to be thorough. So it finds a slot, and this is a name. This is the name of the slot. You know how it's like dollar and then test item. Hello, people who joined, by the way. Then it puts that through another loop, which checks if it pretty much checks if a slot with that name already exists. Jeez. So it gets the array element, it breaks it down into item ID and quantity, and it checks if the item ID that we're receiving exists in the array already, because this is the array content. Oh, I didn't set this. I just worked on the inventory. Now, why can't I pick up this test item? Pickup should always be at. Let me. Jeez, that's so. I don't understand. No, if there is no ID, if it's just none, then it'll create a thing so long as there are existing inventory slots to fill. Like on the event graph, see inventory size. This decides how many slots we have. If both slots are empty, then see, why can't I pick this up? Why does this give me $1? There's literally nothing here which should make it give me $1. Item data? Test item. Yeah. Item row? Test item. Data? There's nothing there. Quantity 1. So why does it give me an... So why does it give me $1? Item... Test... everything says test item. Pause this. Why did that not trigger it? This is a pickup, isn't it? Yeah, this is a pickup. That is increasingly... What the heck? So if the item does not have a set ID, how does the array know what it's picking up? What do you mean? I feel like we're misunderstanding what I said. Each item has an ID. It's in a data table. But I don't know what you mean. I genuinely, I'm not sure what you mean, Yassine. Dang, it's already 4:10 and we still have not come up with a solution for this. That is really, really strange. The test item now isn't even... It's not even reacting. Because the moment this gets called, it should freeze. Because this is the pickup. This is the test item. Except it's not. It's not acting like a test item. what is the time? It's like 4:11, as I said. It's 10 p.m. Oof, that's late. I don't get it. What is going on? It's like breaking even more so every time I do something. When you pick up the item, it looks like the array just ignores what the item actually is and changes the value. It seems like it, but it shouldn't be able to do that, because in the inventory system, it checks if a it checks if you have an empty slot at all, and if you don't, then it just won't add anything to it. Bubba J. Hello, Bubba. Welcome to the stream. So, I don't understand. I found it. They're just a person who's watching the stream, Lorem. Who just hasn't commented. It's fine. I found the issue. Well, no, that's not the issue, because the problem doesn't go away. No, yeah, it didn't go away at all, because this one is set to 1 as well. I was about to say that maybe it's because of this check of any empty slots available, which has an output of has empty slot and empty index. So it goes, it's a for each loop for every item in the array, which is this content thing is our inventory. This is what we have. Let me finish going through this, Lorem. I have to go through this to figure out something. For each item in the array, go through the for each. Break it into quantity. If our quantity is equal to 0, then we have an empty slot. Where are we calling this? Add to inventory. Oh, cool. Where? I don't even know where empty. Oh, I don't think we're even calling find empty slot. So that really wouldn't be an issue. I don't even know what you're saying, Lorem. Because add to inventory checks the local quantity, and if that quantity is more than 0, it goes through the loop. It finds a slot, which is it goes through the air. If the quantity of the item ID that we have is greater than the max stack size, is less than the max stack size, then we found a slot. Which makes sense, because there's a max stack size if the number doesn't just go up infinitely. So it found the slot. Now it hands in. Okay, so it found slot. There we go. That means that our stack size still has space, which it does because I set it to 999. It sends in that index, adds to stack one of whatever we just gave it. Add to stack. The quantity, let's put it over here just so we know. The quantity is 1. So the array content, it gets the item ID and the quantity of the quantity. And then it adds it adds the quantity that we've gotten to the quantity that we're receiving, which is 1. Can you summarize the error? I'm trying to figure out the error. Make a slot. I mean, this isn't an issue, is it? Like, we're still in the same bug, man. I don't know. And it would be 1 because it's for every time it loops. And it just, our dollar amount just doesn't go up at all. And in fact, we get another $1 for some reason. We just shouldn't. Oh my god, an ad. How are we supposed to... Okay. Let's get rid of both of those and just see what happens if... I don't understand. It just works now. But it only works with one variable, with like one item. If I just get rid of, okay. Why doesn't it, what is wrong with the test item? Because it seems like the test item is what's breaking everything. It's called test item, right? No, it's not. No, it is. Did I spell it wrong or something? I don't know. Control V. Control V. Test item. Am I getting tired? A little bit, because like when a thing just doesn't work for some reason, it's annoying. We get this, and then it breaks everything. It just literally breaks everything. no, there's no point of even having a test item if it just breaks everything. Instance editable? Which one? So that worked. What? No, I wanted to put the pickup item. I'm not sure which item you're talking about, Quarter, by the way, quote, because you said an item and I don't know. I don't understand what are you talking about, the dollar sign? Lauren, I don't know what. Okay, let's see. It's really hard to see the variable name on my phone screen, but I think the blue one you see test inventory. In the what, this one, item data? Because that shouldn't be instance editable. I don't think so, at least. For some reason, the test item essentially pushes, right now, just pushes the let's delete. Add in slot 0, this will be $, and we start with 1. We'll go back over here. We get slot 0. Why don't I have donations on? I don't. It's because I'm not partnered with like Twitch or YouTube, so I can't really receive any money. My channel has to get to like a certain amount of size. I could, but then that kind of defeats the whole purpose, you know? See this? Now we're back to our previous bug. For debug purposes. Honestly, it would be a ton of work to set up so that it, because I just don't want to go through the hassle of making it on a button instead of doing the overlap. I mean, I guess it would be fine. It's just, I'm sorry. I'm just frustrated. There we go. No, I literally can't. I just realized because of the way it's set up. And now we're back to the previous bug of I have in slot 0, I have $1. I step into this, I have nothing now. Let me try something. Oh my goodness. Yassine was right. Oh. Do you think this emoji is... Huh? No, I don't. Yassine was right the whole time. Although, do you know what you were right about, Yassine? Before you say easy, but do you even know what you were right about? I want you to answer. Tell me if you even knew. I'm not getting a response, so I'm guessing you didn't. I'll go through. Oh gosh, I was not watching this stream. Yeah. Okay. Here is what happened. I now understand. Where is it? Where is it? Find slot. It's one of these things. The point is, in our inventory system, it wasn't a grammar mistake. It wasn't something that simple. You see in the inventory, we have 3 slots now. We have 0, 1, and 2. The system checks for 0. And if we have 0, and if there's nothing in 0, this 0, it's supposed to be a null value. Oh. Because nothing, the way that it's set up, nothing goes into 0. Everything goes into the next slot above 0. So, because of the way that it's set up, if I put dollar or test item or anything in 0, the whole system just breaks. And if you see in the text up on the top, it seems like it's putting things into 0, but it's not. It's literally not. Which is so confusing because it seems like it is putting it in 0, except, of course, it isn't. There we go. We just picked up $1. We just picked up a test item. We picked up another $1. Another $1, another... The whole system just works now. Because... Oh, my goodness. So it just started at 1 instead of 0. Yes. Like you said, Yassine, exactly as you said. Although you were saying it, you were technically also wrong because you were like, make an array that starts at 1. And that's not exactly what this is. The array still starts at 0. We just have to put 0 as a null value. And then put everything, and then have the rest of the array continue from 1. But you were still technically correct. But I'm just happy it works, honestly. Thank you, Bubba. Okay. In other words, you just started at 1, then we would have been good. Yes, exactly. Hello, Tiny Zbot. Welcome to the stream. You came at a pretty decent time. We finally solved this issue of dollars. You need to go home? Yeah, alright. have a good trip or whatever you need to do. There's one thing that I realized that we kind of need to do. We need to turn off the collision of the sprite. This needs to be no collision. Because enemies are getting stuck on this stuff. That should be fine now. Please update. Yeah, there you go. Also, I should probably do this. Put everything at 1. So that... let me look at how that looks. What's the point of this game? What's the point of the game? The game is called Mighty Grandpa. Yeah, like Lorem said. And you play as a retired wrestler named Mighty Grandpa. I know it doesn't look like it because I'm using temporary assets right now. My brother, Luigi GX on YouTube, he's working on the assets right now. And they'll be done when they're done. You know, I have a lot of work, so I'm not super rushing him too much. Do you have any plans for this game's music? I have a couple plans. They're very vague though. Right now, I'm probably gonna call my cousin who has like experience making music, and oh, hey, cool. Thank you for subscribing, and he'll probably make music for it. Yeah. So that's my current plans for stuff. Does this mean that I can set the dollars to 0? I'm sorry that I just... Yeah, this does mean that I can set it to 0 and it's not an issue. So exhausting. Yay. We've done it. Now you can walk through items. Now you can pick up items. They get added to your inventory. We can see how much money we've collected in the game. Nice. So let's open up the thing. And let's update our task list. Where is that? Dang it, I cannot see your message at all on this chat. The screen is so... Your messages appear in OBS for me before they appear in my like chat thing. Let's dance. Yeah. Where did I put that? Collectibles. There we go. We'll finish up making multiple types of it. That should be super easy now that we have it. This all the others are essentially going to be copies of this thing. $10. They're exactly the same because the dollar is all just the same thing. And we just make it a 10. Gotta get some pub dub kicks. In an hour, we'll see if I'm on in an hour. I don't know. So let's put this this $10 over here. Make sure it's on 0 again. Is this gonna be free? No, probably not. I might in like 2 months I might put out like a demo which will be free, but the final game is gonna be like, it's gonna be a bit of money. Doesn't work out. I'd love to make some music for it. Love the aesthetic. Oh, cool. Well, the aesthetic probably won't remain this because, as I said, this is all temporary assets. I could give like a bit of an idea of what the actual game is gonna look like. I made a video for part 1 about the game. First couple minutes, I didn't understand what dollars were. That's fair. Well, no, these are like the beta versions of the cutscene that's gonna play at the beginning of the game, but it can kind of give like an idea of oh, it's a little blurry on this thing, but well, my brother has higher graphic versions. This is like generally the style that we're going for. Oh, this one is a WebMD and it's much higher quality. Whatever, I'll take it. Can I zoom in? No. There we go. And like that's kind of the general style that the game's gonna be in. But if you're still interested, and the time comes, maybe we'll talk about you making some music. I can't promise payment at the moment. Is that Grandpa? Yeah, that's Grandpa. This is him in his like wrestling days. Like did it. Even then he was kind of old. He was like 50, I think. Or was like 40. He was like 50 or 40 when he was a wrestler. And nowadays he's like, these are his grandkids who get kidnapped. Yeah, I mean he's mighty Grandpa. That's the point. Yeah, I can't wait for my brother to get like him animated so I can like put him into the game and stuff. Right, okay, so there we go. We go through here. Our money count keeps going up. And now, if I did it right, this should give us 14. And it does. Perfect. And then we can duplicate that again. Rename this to $100. And change the amount to 100. Oh, that's not 100. Save that. Dark turn. Very dark turn. I mean, do you mean what? His grandkids getting kidnapped? I guess a bit. They'll be fine, probably. We're also planning to make them playable characters as well. So, like, after you beat the game, you can replay it as them. And I guess you'll have to, like, save your grandpa or something. So, like, instead of them catch... there you go, that worked. So, instead of you getting your grandkids getting kidnapped, Mighty Grandpa gets kidnapped. And then the kids have to go save him. And your scene actually brought up a really good idea that I really like. That the grandkids are going to be... they're essentially going to be weaker in every way. They're going to be... but you can use them like... if you've heard of the game Waterboy and Lava Girl, or Fire Girl, or whatever, where you can like control one with WSD and control the other one up, down, left, and right. Yeah. Okay, cool. I mean, the reason I said I can't promise money is because I don't have any money right now. I'm making this game completely like empty pockets. But if I did get donations and we started earning money, I absolutely would pay you because like it would be weird. Wouldn't it just be Grandpa napping? Maybe. Yeah, that could be how he gets kidnapped in the second timeline. The kids arrive. Mighty Grandpa was just sleeping, so they just took him while he was sleeping, and then the kids are like, "Oh no, we got to save him." And instead of calling the police or anything, they just head out to the island. That's a fun idea. So dollar. Should I make a $1,000 bill? I know that's not, there aren't really $1,000 bills, but this is a game. Might as well. This will be the rarest of the currency. The $1,000 bill. put it like here, just so it's difficult. You can't easily get it. Can you actually get that at all, or is it like too high? All right, I'm 100 and I can get it. And now I'm at $1,114. Ooh, actually, just for a little fun, I'll put it here because I'm pretty sure that's out of jump range, just barely. But you can get it by... No. Gotta get, like, knocked. Dang it. No. It's just not possible. So sad. Yeah, and that's like the idea. We were considering maybe even having a third playthrough where you play as the parents, but I think just grandpa and grandkids are like the best option for it. Okay, cool. So we finished working on that. Now what do we work on? Let's go through the list, I guess, of things that need to get done. Wall jump, right. Yeah, wall jump I think is probably... I also want to do like a reflect attack thing, where if you're playing as Mighty Grandpa, he can just... And like a projectile comes at you, if you time it right, you can just... And then knock it back. I think that'd be cool. But let's do wall jump first. The issue with wall jump is that it gives players a lot of upward mobility that we have to keep track of. But, okay, so let's think. First of all, let me turn off some of these things that are showing on us. Where is it? It's in here. It's in the event graph, I think. Yeah, interact trace. Let's turn that off. Now you can't see us doing that trace. So the idea is that when we hit a wall, if we held left, we should we should be stop. Or at least slowly slide down. How do we do that? I got to thinks. Gotta use my brain hold. I love games where you replay the game, but a lot of different details change. Feels super cool. Yeah, like that's the idea. Because, for example, I'll show you a quick thing. Let me get past these guys. See these blocks here? These are going to be like major roadblocks in the game that only Mighty Grandpa can break. You hold F, that'll be like an animation here. You charge up a punch, and boom, you break them. There'll be like an animation there as well. The grandkids will not be able to do that, like, just at all. Because you need to be able to do more than 5 damage, and I'm probably going to cap their damage at 5. Like, the highest. Which means that they just have to go other paths. But the grandkids are going to be able to crouch, which Mighty Grandpa... His back, it's too stiff for him to be able to crouch. So he just won't be able to do that. And it's a pretty like minor detail, but it will essentially add 2 whole different paths in each level that only one can take, while the other cannot take it. Do I want to work on the wall jump? I think I need to do a little research into how to actually implement that. Yeah, so instead, actually, let's go back to the level select. This is the screen you're going to go to when selecting levels. It's not going to look like this, but it does for now. And, yeah. So on this level, we need a camera, a locked camera. And I found this video. It's how to create a fixed camera in a room. I think that's probably what we want to go with, since we essentially are making a fixed camera. Well, not essentially, we're literally making a fixed camera. So you could probably go with this video. Everything froze. Sorry about that. Are we good? Any issues on the stream? Everything good? Oh boy. If everything is good, then we may continue. I just realized I tweet that I'm on stream, but I don't put it in the YouTube thing, like community posts. Because you can make like a community post and be like, "Hey, I'm doing stuff," but I just never do that. I probably should, now that I think about it. Ah, well. It is what it is, I guess. Ooh. Thirsty. Looking at the analytics of stuff. Nice to see everything is going pretty well. Ah, well, I did actually have an error on Twitch, which I'm also streaming on. Are we good there? I'm not sure if we're good there, because no one's watching on Twitch, so it's hard to say. That's super cool. You don't even have to change the map; just have 2 different paths or whatever. Dope. Yeah. Okay, so let me turn off the music actually. So we're just gonna watch this video essentially. It's like 9 minutes, and then we'll get into.
In today's video, it's going to be a quick one where I'm just going to be showing you how to have a fixed camera in the corner of a room in which when a player walks into this room, they'll be looking through this camera, and when they leave,
that is
normal camera, and then move about in this room. So I'll show you what this is going to look like now. So
that is exactly what we want, so that's good.
So we go in.
Yeah.
Moving around, following the player like so until you walk out. Going to go back to this camera. And then
that's not exactly what we want, but I'm sure we can figure it out.
Disconnect it. We're going to show you that this is then what it's going to look like without that. So
oh, no, that's exactly what I want now.
The player can move around in here with this camera. As soon as they leave, we're going to go back to our normal camera like this.
Well, that's just cool in general, actually, like as I look at it.
So our first step is going to be to place in a camera in the room we want. So this is the room that I want the camera to be in. So when the player's in here. So I want the camera to be in this corner up here. So you can put this wherever you like.
And for us, we want it at the top of the test map, showing off the entirety of the map.
I'm going to put it in this corner. So what we're going to do is in the place actors up the top left here, we're going to search for camera. We're just going to get this top camera there. And you're going to just put this in the corner where you
yeah, so we just place a camera into the map.
Have a preview of what
got it. That makes sense so far. Because we want it to be... We'll adjust it in... like for the actual thing. Let's say we want the camera here, like where we're currently at. So that's camera, probably just want the camera actor, right? Bring it up to where we are, turn it. I see it on the camera actor. Now that you're back, you must go to bed. Well, all right. Have a good night, Lorem. There we go. Pull that up a little. Oh, whoops. Pull that up a little more. So it's like that. Okay.
what this camera is seeing.
What are you doing?
It's very helpful.
Oh, I finished the inventory thing. I don't know if you were here when I'm already so scatterbrained. We finished the inventory thing, we solved the bug, now you can collect stuff. And now I'm setting up for the level select screen so that it doesn't follow the player, that it specifically watches for a minigame. No, it's not a minigame. This is the level select screen, which it's where you go to choose to go to the next level.
So I'm just going to rotate this.
Okay, so we got a camera.
Into the position that I'd like it to be in. So I'm thinking that that looks quite good for me. You
Okay.
see what the camera's going to see, what the player will see as well. So once you've done that in the position you want, we want to add in a box trigger. So for that, we're just going to delete the camera there, or the search for it, sorry, so keep the camera in. And we're going to drag in a box trigger from the bottom left down here. Once you place this in, you're just going to want to size this up to be the same size as your room, or basically where the player is going to be. So this...
Bye, I'm going to bed. Good night. Yeah. Have a good night, Lauren. Makes sense. So I guess for us, we're just going to have a box trigger over this entire level. Trigger box or whatever. So many boxes. There we go. You know, we'll make it wider than the level just so we can make sure that we got it. Move it over so it's... There you go. Now that's across the entire level.
Is basically where the player
I'm probably going to speed this up.
Because so when the player is in this box trigger,
there you go.
looking through this camera here. So set this up and scale it up to the size that you want. So for example, like I say for me, I just want it to be the size of the room. Like that.
Makes
so
sense.
that is going to be good.
Don't want to be any bigger than a room.
That's what we need to do in setting it all up. So now we have the box trigger and the camera. Now we're going to add in the code, and we're going to do this in the level blueprint. So to do that, we're going to go to blueprints.
Level blueprint. That makes sense because we're setting it in right here.
Some freelancers who are pumped for tax season. This year, hire a tax expert.
So a mini game.
Football is not a family gift.
I'd have to think of a mini game if we're gonna add any, cause like, it would be cool to have a mini game, like maybe a little card game. You know what? I guess technically, if you think about it, the level select is a kind of mini game. But you are right, not a very fun one. But speaking of them, it would be kind of fun to add a mini game to the to this. Kind of like Shovel Knight, how there's like a card mini game that you can play and like get really good at. I kind of want to add like a little card game because I personally like card games, or simple ones at least. Maybe make a kind of Slay the Spire kind of thing. I don't know.
So we're going to do it this way. If you want, I can do one in a blueprint actor as well, but this is the method we're going for today. Once you've opened up this level blueprint here, what we want to do is just minimize this a bit, like so, and we're going to select our camera in the level like that. So select this camera here, go back in level blueprint, and we're going to right click, and we're going to create a reference to camera actor. So we have...
Okay, that makes sense. So, where is the camera? It's literally invisible. I can't see it. I don't know why it's that color, but that's fine. I have it pressed. Go back to this. Make a reference. Okay, got it. I probably want to do the same thing for the box trigger, don't I?
To this hit, and we're not going to use it straight away. We'll just leave that for later. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go back into here, so minimize that again. Select the box trigger. Go back in the level blueprint.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking. The box trigger is there. Make reference. The trigger box, whatever. Box trigger, trigger box. Box trigger sounds nicer to say.
Okay, we're going to create a begin overlap. So add on actor begin overlap for the event trigger box 3. That's what mine's called, but yours could be just trigger box, anything like that. Get that in, right click, and now we're going to get.
I didn't. You know what? That I probably should have done that instead of making reference. Add on actor begin overlap, trigger box. I mean, I can add on actor end, but it doesn't really matter too much because the overlap ends the moment the level is unloaded.
We've got those in there like so. Now the other actor, what we want to do is we want to simply just cast to our character. So for me, that's the third person character. But for you, this could be third, first, or whatever you named it. What this is basically doing is this means that it's going to wait for our character to be the one overlapping this. If something else overlaps it like an AI, it won't fire off this code.
Yeah. So we can have little AIs walking around the level and nothing will happen.
Now what we want to do here is we want to right click, we want to get player controller, like so. Out of this return buddy, we're going to set view target with blend, like that. And this is how we're going to be changing cameras. So we're going to plug that into the begin overlap there. The target obviously being get by controller. The new view target is going to be this reference to the camera which we got earlier. you can put that in there. The blend time is how long it's going to take to blend between them. I'm going to leave that at 0 so it just snaps to the other camera like you saw at the beginning. Obviously you can blend these, and we're going to leave all these the same as they are by default. Then what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate this, so select it, hit Control C, Control V, and plug it into the end overlap, like so. Target again being the get by controller. And this time the new view target is going to be our as third person character off the
Okay, sweet. So this will be this is pretty easy to do then. Well, no, don't need that. Do this. Do that. Bada bing, bada boom. We're set up. A card game would be really cool. Yeah. I think so, at least. I'd have to think exactly about the rules of the card game, but I've been like setting up a couple of ideas. I probably really would just be like Slay the Spire. Like you collect items that give you effects, and then cards can do like certain things. Like a slash card, like in Slay the Spire, where if you I think it might be a mod or it might be the actual thing, like Final Slash, which is based off how many slashes you have, like slash cards, which are cards with the name slash in them. I'd only set that up after the game has been like, I feel like before I could do that, I feel the game has to be it's truly established. Because making another game would be.
So what's going to happen is on the begin overlap.
Oh wait. All right. I don't need this. I can just go. This. Just to simplify it a little tiny bit.
It's going to set this new camera in our room to be the one the player's looking through. And when we leave the room, it's going to set this back to the character's normal and the player's normal camera. So this is going to work perfectly. So this is all we need to do basically. This is the code done for our stationary camera. So we compile, save, minimize, and hit play to test this. We can see if we go in the room, we're going to have that camera active, so we can see in this as we are moving about in the room. If we leave the room, we go back.
That's pretty simple, honestly. I'm surprised.
And now I'll also show you how to do it so the camera's going to rotate and follow the player in the room as well. So it's just very quick.
I don't really need to know this part, but I'll watch it anyway because this is good to know.
Call this one rotate camera. You can name this whatever you like.
So you want a custom event, got it.
Character of our begin overlap. What we're going to do is we're going to come out of that, and we're going to get actor location. So get actor location like that, and then for the camera, come out of that,
okay.
And then we're going to again get actor location. So we get the location of the camera and the player. Out of the get actor location, the top one here, what we're going to do is we're just going to simply find look at rotation. With that as the start, and the other one is the target. What we're going to do is just going to simply find the rotation between the player and the camera. Then
find look at rotation, set both of them. Start and end.
So if I just disconnect that, get another reference to the camera, so I can just duplicate this.
Yeah, that's probably the better option.
There, like so. Out of this, what I'm going to do is set actor rotation, so we're then going to be rotating the camera as well. Plugging that to the custom event there, and the new rotation is just going to be this find lookout rotation there. So now this is going to look at the player constantly as well, so it's going to rotate the camera to be looking at the player. But we need to actually.
Is that it?
Well. So what I'm going to do
No.
off of begin overlap here, so after the set view target, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call function rotate camera.
Oh well,
like
yes, that's essentially it.
That's just going to do this once. So to make this loop, what we're going to do is actually at the end of the set actor rotation here, we're going to hold down D, left click to get a delay. And we're going to set the duration of this to be something very small, like 0.005, like so.
Very small, very small.
Code.
DLC, the final game.
Completed this, we're going to again call it. Like so. Now it is going to loop this continually.
That'd be funny.
This is going to call it when we first overlap, and then it will continue doing that. So to fix that, what we're going to do is we're going to come up with a little branch here. So we're going to hold down B, left click, putting a branch in between the start of the custom event and the set actor rotation there, and we're going to go from the true into the set actor rotation. As condition, we're going to right click promote to variable and call this can rotate. Anything like that, or player is in room.
Right.
Compile and set its default value to false. Can't save that. So basically, if this boolean is true, we're going to rotate the camera. We only want to do it if we can. So now to set these, all we're going to simply do is just off of these, we're going to set can rotate to true off of begin overlap. So tick it, and then we're going to set it to false off of end overlap. So now we're only going to be rotating the camera when we need to. And now this should
Yeah, okay. That's pretty simple.
This should work great. So we play again to test this, and we see that we go in, the camera is going to be rotating to follow the player, except it's not working how we want. So let's have a look at why that's doing that. So what's happening, I believe, is it's looking up instead of down, I think. So let's have a look at that. So I believe the only reason it's doing that is I put these the wrong way around. So I put this one in start instead of target. So what you're going to want to do is the camera should be in start if we find lookout rotation, and the player should be in the target. As obviously we want to be rotating.
That makes sense because our target is the players because that we want to follow. We're not going to do that, but that's just really good to know. Now, if I ever want to,
if we leave the room, we should still be looking at the player instead. Sorry, so we should now have the player's camera back. We go back in the room and we're looking at the player perfectly again, like so. So this works perfectly. So I think that'll be it for this video. So we've done everything we wanted to do.
Cool. Great video by Matt Aspland. Check him out. Probably has better, awesome, really cool stuff. I mean, they have 70K subscribers, so you probably have heard of them, but there it is. What did I do? I did something just now. Oh. Ah, no. Because I spawn inside of it, it doesn't trigger. I think. What if I do this? No. Level select. Let's do a little print to make sure that this is actually getting called. And it will be overlap begin. And, you know, just in case, we'll do an overlap end as well. There you go. So with that, yeah, we're not. Let's see, why are we not triggering this? Where are we compared to the thing? We're very much inside the trigger. Aren't we? Where is it? Where is the trigger box? It's like just gone. So, we could also set it on just event begin play, because let's try that. In that case, I would just not need this. Also just not need that. Since this is like a thing that this whole level will do, because it's the level select. The moment this level begins, do that. Interesting. Why did it do that? Where is... This is the camera actor that it should be using. Oh. Did I not use the camera? No, I didn't. No, what? That's not what I had pressed. The camera. I just didn't use this, like, at all. Whoopsies. That was it was totally my bad. Yeah. Now let's try this. So we can probably disconnect this stuff. No. What am I doing? We only need this stuff. We only need this stuff. Everything else is unnecessary and really didn't need it in the first place. There we go. Just, yeah, I turned into a first-person game for a moment. Now we just gotta adjust the camera a little bit so we can see where the player begins. Yeah, we're zooming across the map. Put this up a little more. There we go. Level select is done. It's set. We can now select the level, and once we go in here, our camera goes to the normal direction. We can run around collecting money, dodging spikes, getting $100 bills, killing bosses, and winning the game. Woo! And then, after we win, we get sent back to the level select. Although, we have to... Right now, that just... that doesn't really do anything, because... because I haven't set up a save game, which is needed to pass information between levels so that we can actually, like, progress in the game. Oof, what a thing to do. Can I just make this smaller? Nah, apparently it's impossible. It just will always be too big. What about 0.2? Well, it doesn't matter. It works. The level select thing, we could probably also turn off the hello. Where is that? Level select, right there. I knew it was out here. Where is it? I have no idea. I guess we'll just we'll have to leave to find out some other day. All right. I think that was a pretty good amount of work done. Most of it was spent on, most of the stream was spent doing these, just working on getting the dang inventory system working, which we did. We successfully got it working in the end, which is fun. And now we pretty much have completed the level select screen. Now I just need an actual map of Superstar Island that I can put invisible walls on, and we can walk around and traverse in the game. Oh, jeez. I'll tell my brother about that. See if he wants to make one, like a temporary one, real quick, or what. And yeah, we are. I think that was a good stream. Do you have a business email? Yes, I do. You can also contact me on Discord if you want. In case I want to send you grandpa inspired song. Yes, I do have a business email. Oh jeez, I just realized I have a business email, but I don't have a Redikai business email. Like for this, for like my account on YouTube and stuff. I should probably make one. And then I can give this email out to, you know, people like you. I'm literally just gonna make it right now. Perfect. Let me set up a slightly more secure password than that. I messed it up. Okay, there we go. Sorry that I'm just typing in silence. I just gotta make this account real quick. Honestly, thank you so much for asking, because I didn't even think about how I need one. Let me set that up real quick. So many things that, you know, every day I'm doing more and more stuff. And oh, I didn't press send. I was just wondering. Nah, it's fine. No, but I should do it now, because I have so many things that I know myself. I will forget if I don't do it right now. And it is important to have like a business email. Yeah, there we go. Wait, what did I just do? I think I might have messed up something. It's fine. There we go. Here you go. Bubba, I will... If you have anything you... If you make a Mighty Grandpa inspired song, you can set it there. My country? The United States. So... Anyway, now that all that's set up, thank you guys for watching. Sorry, you just watched me in silence, just type stuff in for like a couple minutes. But I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'll be here tomorrow. Oh, actually, I do want to update my stream schedule a little bit. Here's what I'm thinking that I'm going to be doing. Because I realized that working every day, day after day, after just 2 weeks of doing this, almost, not even full 2 weeks of doing it, that it's just a bit rough. So what I'm going to be doing is, I've already made changes to my schedule in general to make it easier on me. Dollars, the title of this part. Dollars, the title of this part. Maybe. That'd be kind of fun. Sure, why not? I'll update like the stream information with dollars. So tomorrow's Saturday. I'm not gonna be streaming work on Mighty Grandpa. I am gonna be streaming, but I'll probably be playing a game instead. Just talking and playing a game, just chilling out or whatever. I hope you guys will still be here to watch and enjoy and just chat, I guess. And on Sunday, I might not stream. I'll see if I do, but Sundays are really like hectic for me, and when I get home can really vary if I'm like 4 to 7, so in the afternoon, and it's all just very wild. So I might not stream on Sunday. What game then? I'm not sure. I have a couple games installed, and I'm like trying to think of what to play. Like I have games here. I might play Slay the Spire, or Hades. Maybe just a casual game of Bloons Tower Defense, you know, or The Binding of Isaac's Resurrection, or maybe I'll play one of the games I have in the Epic's game store, because I've been slowly collecting free games from there for months now. Are there new free games on Epic? On the Epic Game Store? I just realized. What's the date? No, I don't think so. But I'll check after stream, by the way. So, we might play something. We'll see what I'll see what I'm feeling. And got to take your days. Yeah, got to take your days off. My original plan for all this YouTube and streaming business was to just go hard continuously, like every day. And I realized I can't push myself that hard without breaking down really fast. But yeah, I hope you'll be here tomorrow once again from 3 to 5. Yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll be here tomorrow. And bye-bye.